Yeah, dig. It's the kid Jill back with another video, man. We ain't even really got a video. It's really just me talking to y'all. I'm gonna start saying it's a video, even though it is. It's really a vibe. But P gang.
I want to eat my macaroni salad for one, so nobody can complain and say it tastes nasty because I made it for myself.
Yo.
What time is it, Siri? Oh, Alexa. I'm a little tipsy.
Bro.
This is peak.
So, the reason I showed that video is because it's really like, just as much as niggas are dogs, females are dogs too. But in a good way though, like a lit way. Like, I know a lot of niggas think females are the enemy in a way, like hoes and shit, and it don't gotta be like that, bro. We are friends of two communities that just understand partially a little bit different in ways. But if y'all could come to a commence or come to a common ground, watch how so much shit can unfold, and you would never know. Let me turn up the brightness. So much shit could come together and make so much of a sense. It could damn near be like happiness and make a new exterior for you to look at. Like, women are actually, I would say women are actually fun. Men are fun too, but like it's a different type of fun you get when you work with women in a way, or when you associate with women in a way. It's a different type of fun, bro. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here and say they are fun all the time, because honestly, speaking from past times and experience, they're fun towards, I would say, the night. They're fun towards the night. You know what I'm saying? You can have a lot of fun. Even during the day sometimes, a good couple of giggles and this and that. But again, it's nothing like speaking like the bros, because the bros gonna get you during the day. But during the night, your female may have you getting right. It depends on her vibe. It depends on who you mess with too. You know what I'm saying? Towards the night, you can crack a couple of jokes or this and that. But at the same time, do not forget, females are an emotional creature. So at any time, they can just like up and atomize their feelings on top of you. And it's like, it's like that. Like, cause I remember I used to be like I'm like the best man, best friend. You know, the nigga she tells you, don't worry about, he just a friend. If only some niggas knew, dog. Like, but I was the nigga like they call when problems come around. They be like, oh my god, Gio, he doing all this bullshit. Well, you want me to slide? Like, bitch, I'm not here to talk. Like, oh, you want me to slide? Alright. Like, I was the nigga that they call, like, you don't call me for, like, nothing. Like, you call me for something. You arrange something. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, he not knowing me right. I could do you better. Don't even trip. Same house. Alright, 30 minutes. It's as simple as that. But women are actually like fun ass creatures though. Like, I've had many fun friends. Honestly, bro, I'm probably gonna go back to getting a couple more female friends, make some new friends, especially this summer. You know what I'm saying? Just vibe for real. I really just kind of want to get back to P shit, P business. Let shit just work how it work. Let that shit cook how it cook. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really looking for no relationship. I ain't looking for no girls. I ain't looking for no bitches. I'm just looking to have a good time. That's all. Work. Pay this whip off. Have a good ass time in your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm young. What can I say? I just graduated high school. Just here to have a good time. Ooh. All the time, I do want to reach out to this one little shorty. I do want to reach out to her, but she be busy. Baby be busy. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I ain't even gonna cap. I asked one time. So I already asked the first time. So honestly, I ain't even gonna disrespect myself and ask twice. You know what I'm saying? She come back around. You dig? And she come back around and Lord's gift, and he throw me an opportunity. Hey, I guess as opportunities go, I'm gonna have to go play with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Last time I was really on that time and acquainting what I was supposed to be on. But you know what I'm saying? But nah, it really was just, I really feel like turning on the camera and talking to y'all. I really want the whole part of this video to be like to acknowledge women are not the enemy, dog. They're not the enemy. Like, they can be a gift and a curse to you. Cause, you know, you come off the wrong way. I want you to always remember they're emotional. You come off the wrong way, they can get really baffled and put their like protective gear up, making it seem like they want to play hard with you or some shit. But in reality, it's like a defense mechanism, you know what I'm saying? Just for them not to fall for anything. So you kind of just gotta play around with it. But yeah, you can really like, you can use them to your advantage if you learn how to. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know, you talk with them, you get to know them. You start to understand why they do certain shit. Most of the time they do shit out of this the like keywords of I don't know. They genuinely just don't fucking know. But honestly, some shit is a test. You know what I'm saying? But most bitches are really followers, so they just follow what the fuck their friend doing. You gotta look at like the group. You gotta find a group leader. If you find a group leader, you kind of like figure out why she does this and that, or learn girl psychology, female mind psychology. Like it's the same shit. Honestly, I'm thinking about learning like mind psychology, not even for like going to school to. I'm just gonna learn this shit for my own good, just so I can understand people in a way where it'll help me be able to just approach any type of person and be able to read shit better off of read shit better in a way where it's like a canvas instead of it being like a scenario. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's really like, females are not the enemy, dog. Just as much as you think your homeboy a dog, it's a female out there that can be my partner that's a dog. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, you know, I think I just like, bro, I fell in love. You know what I'm saying? That's Memorial Day. I'm wearing these fireworks and shit. Yeah. Shout out my partner, bro. Shout out my partner, though. You know what I'm saying? Coming through with an opportunity. I'm gonna see what the opportunity talking about. Oh, shout out me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I graduated. I've also learned though, being out of school, my word is more than others, and I have my own mind of my own. And like I said, I'm always willing to learn. And I think I'm finally leaving the materialistic wave of my life. Like, materialistic shit doesn't matter to me. I like what I like and I'll get it when I get, but it's like I'm not tripping about it. This is not a designer bag. Believe it or not, this is not a designer bag. This cost me $30. I took the straps off. I put these straps on here. It's a lot of sentimental shit on there. Honestly, I'm not really tripping by this shit not being a designer. Honestly, I don't even care about designer shit anymore. I'm really on a way where it's like I just like the shit that I like and I'm meant to get it. I like the I like how my life is. I know it's real. I know the truth of what life is, but I also know there's many other ways to go at life in a way of truth. This is sentimental. My sister gave it to me. This is also sentimental. My sister gave it to me. My dad recently just gave this shit back. This was on my key for my 3 series. Long live Blackie. We love you. I loved you with all I had. You was a good car to me. You serve good time and you did what you had to do. But yeah, this is also sentimental. This came on my car. This is also probably gonna go on my next car key. Not my, it ain't going on the car seat. I wanted to go on like something that actually I feel like it needs to, like the Crescent not really sporty. And I can't get with it. She not really like she ain't no sporty girl. It's like she remind me of like a linebacker, bro. Like, it just look like it remind me of a linebacker in a way. You know what I'm saying? But the next one for sure gonna be hard. I'm for sure hopping back into some sporty shit. For shit, show some foreign shit for sure. No matter words or others or this and that, we not tripping about that no more. And also, I learned today. We also were learning today about is my book still over here? My book's still over here. I can show y'all. I was learning about the allegory of the cave. If y'all don't know what the allegory of the cave is, aka like mental complexity. Like, I was learning about mental complexity anyway. Yeah, bro. I still be learning like I'm in school. You know what I'm saying? Check the paperwork. Niggas still be learning like I'm in school, dog. Read all this shit in the notebook. Like, it's fact. You know what I'm saying? And like, mental complexity is literally like, it's nothing but like how you perceive the world in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, or how like open your mind is in a way. Like most folks, like level 1 is really like the simplest life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's level 1 is like you just got a simple mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a socialized mind. And I'm gonna just tell y'all my terms. I learned it from Taekwondo. Y'all can go watch the video. I'll probably throw the link in the description because I probably just posted like all one video. But yeah, I'm gonna just tell y'all like a quick summary of what I wrote. The lowest level mind is socialized mind. Mind you, this is not a tier list. I rated it as a tier list, but it's not a tier list. It's really not. It's nothing to be ashamed about. It's nothing to, because some of y'all not gonna get this. But you know, the allegory of the cave. Alright, so I want y'all to remember, mental complexity is nothing about how you perceive life or how you look at life in a way, right? So the lowest level is, of course, a socialized mind. And it says, to be formed upon your environment's definition of things, expectations made, ourself unites to be loyal to the topic of definitions or expectation given, or identity or associations. Now, in simplest terms, all that basically says is you're basically what your environment shows you. So if your mom and your dad bring you to church and they're going to be a Christian 4 to 5 days, 2 days out of the week, you're most likely next to be the Christian, and that's just the identity that you're learning with. Like the manners your parents taught you, the way you talk on certain things, what you know about others, and if your parents don't like white people or they do like white people, it's just kind of like, it's what everybody told you. It's your environment's given information of definitions or expectations. So that's your first identity, basically, right? That's all you know. So at the allegory of the cave, those are the people that are, if you ever see the picture, it would be, there's people in a cave and they're basically like sitting, they're locked up, sitting face towards a wall, and you have to realize, I gotta find them, here we go. So the allegory of the cave, the way it works is there's people sitting. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Damn, my finger. Oh, here we go. Okay, cool. You see those people that are sitting face towards the wall and they're getting shown images and like images or pictures or forms by others. By the others that's kind of like seeking from the higher levels, I guess. Or like they're, you know. Now basically in level 1, this is all they know. So we're gonna represent the Vases Church. You know, like the beliefs, your beliefs, like, okay, so they're gonna believe this vase is a vase. They're gonna believe this bird is a bird. They're gonna believe this tree is a real tree, but in reality, like, they can't tell right from wrong. They don't know that it's cardboard fucking form shit right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, like, let me just put it in modern terms. We're gonna say this vase is a fucking Hellcat. Just simple as that. Hellcat, bitches, and fucking money. Simple as that. Now, we're gonna believe all day. At the first level, nigga, everybody knows. Oh my lord, bro. Damn. So, in life, all there is to offer is right now is Hellcats, bad bitches, and money? Wow. That's all I've ever fucking learned in my life. You know, that's all I know. That's all I know. That's all I've been seeing. That's all I've been taught. That's all I will ever fucking know. But then, in order for them to get away from that, that's like your youth years, you know what I'm saying? Your elementary school years. Enlightenment happens. To enlighten yourself. This is where this fire comes in. In order for them to enlighten the images of what the fuck is going on in the world, they have to enlighten it. Basically meaning they have to ignite some type of way or like an influence upon others on how they have to influence you in a way, and that would be like music or some shit. Hellcats and Track Hawks, you know what I'm saying? Or everybody got like a fucking song with Hellcats in it and shit. Facts. Now, Pete, and when enlightenment happens, to get out of the cave, you have to remain, to get out of the cave, right? There's people that's right here in the cave, and they're trying to get out. Now, as you see, this guy has his arm put over his face because he can't handle the light yet. The light is nothing but the truth. The truth in life and the real parts of life and, you know, all the real shit. He can't handle the truth yet. So he has to cover his arm. Now, you have two choices, as he said in the video. In the video, you have the choice to either, of course, stay back in the cave and remain the way you were, or become uncomfortable with getting out the cave but adapt to it. Now, the reason I say become uncomfortable, which means to get out the cave, is because I put it like this. I just kind of realized, like, this is a key factor. Like, I didn't even realize. This is the reason why some people have to stay in level 1, because they don't even know what the hell this feeling is. But I put, if you even have the feeling and knowledge to recognize uncomfortability, you should use it to go at the unknown to find more upon what you don't know in life. So, a lot of folks I didn't even notice, but I guess a lot of folks have the feeling of nervousness, but not a lot of people have the feeling of uncomfortability, to be uncomfortable. Like, they don't know when they're uncomfortable. A lot of people don't have that to track, which I never knew that. I'm thinking like everybody got that feeling. No, that's the reason why some folks don't even make it out of level 1 in life. As what he was saying, which is fucking crazy, dog. So like I said, level 1 is like, you know, the socialized mind, that's simplest way. That's just the simplest life. Like I said, remember the analogy, Hellcat, bitches, money. Facts, right? That's just the simplest way of life. Okay, we're gonna look at it. All there is to offer is Hellcat, fast cars, bitches, and money. All right, boom. So then you move to the next level, which is right here, right? This mid level. This is the mid level, cause now you're kind of peaking. You know what I'm saying? Now you're peaking. You're trying to figure out what's going on. So in the second life, you get enlightened, right? And then when you get enlightened, you start to, you know, you get influenced in a way. Let me make sure let me look up the definition so I can make sure I'm telling y'all the right shit. The action of enlightened is state of being enlightened, or to be understanding, or insight, or teach education, right? Or basically, like, the analogies is knowledge, learning, education. To be aware. That's a good example, aware. Now, in this mid-level, their mind complexity is called self-authoring mind. It's the ability, basically, to step away from the environment formed to generate an internal personal opinion that evaluates and makes choices upon others' opinions and definitions or expectations. Now, with that being said, what I just read off the book is basically being able to step away and be aware of what the fuck the situation is and have your own potential thoughts on it. So your friend is like, oh, I like Hellcats, but in reality, you don't like fucking Hellcats. Maybe you like Lexuses, my nigga. you're able to step away from the crowd that you're in around in high school when these niggas is like, oh, I like Hellcats, I like Scat Packs, I like this and that. And you're able to tell your friends, actually, I don't like Hellcats. I don't like, you're in your head, your personal opinion, you're able to step away and you're like, I don't like Hellcats. I don't like Scat Packs. I personally like Lexuses, ISFs, GSF, whatever the fuck you like. I like Nissan GTRs. I like Lamborghini Huracans. Nigga, I don't know what the hell you like, but you're basically able to step away and be able to have your own personal opinion, right? Now, the thing about this self-authoring mind is, right, this is where a lot of people won't even get, because it takes a lot of awareness. It takes to be uncomfortable. A lot of people don't like to be uncomfortable, and it takes a lot of, the reason it's uncomfortable is because the uncomfortable part comes from you have to question your own reality. You have to question your own reality and understand that you could be wrong in a way. Like, or this is not right for you. You have to kind of like question yourself. Do I really like Hellcats? Do I really like Scat Packs? Honestly, if I put it to real, my first week out of high school, my actual first day out of high school, I think I came back home from the little practice and shit we had, and I remember I seen a Camaro with an SS, and it was like, from there I was kind of like, okay, that's cool, but I honestly just always had my thoughts. Put it like this: a lot of people in school, one of my partners got a Hellcat, my other partner had a Scat Pack. I rode in the Scat Pack before my partner told me about the Hellcat. Realizing both in high school, yeah, I just talk about Hellcats and Scat Packs to be around everybody else, just to get to school and shit. But honestly, I always knew after I went home, I never liked Hellcats or Scat Packs anyway. Just to stay around that group, you just was kind of influenced by, that's all you talking to, that's all you're going to get. But in reality, I never really cared for a Scat Pack or a Hellcat. Really, like, the first day out of the high school, I really kind of like got back to my own way of thinking, and it just kind of clicked. It was like, okay, yeah, it's better shit out here than a Hellcat or a Scat Pack that can run way faster, that's cheaper, and it's just, I don't have the, and also I don't have to go through like the thought process of like my shit getting stolen. You see how complex I just got there? Most niggas are just like, nah, I like Hellcats, Trackhawks, and Scat Packs, because shit, what's not I like about it? And that's the simple mind. You know, they don't really have an answer. You know what I'm saying? Some do have an answer, but some don't. It's a simple answer. You're like, or because everybody else fuck with them. That's really what they want to say. But sometimes it's really just like, you know, what's not like to like about them. Like, they know what they do, but it's not. See how complex I got? Plus, I think I'm like, a Dodge Charger or a Challenger, whatever the fuck I get, right? Somebody will look at me differently if I pulled up at a job with that certain type of car. And I'm not even thinking about other people's opinions, but I'm just honestly thinking deeper than that in a way. I think deeper because I'm like, okay, what if I pulled up with this car that's half as worth of the fucking Scat Pack or Challenger, right? Okay, what if I pull up in a Benz, right? I used to want a Benz. What if I pull up in the Benz and I go to a job interview, I pull up in a Benz and I pull up in a Dodge Charger? What a lot of people don't know, they're the same fucking car. They're damn near like the same fucking chassis, but they're just two different manufacturers. Benz and Chrysler damn near work together. Niggas would never know that shit. The 4th gen fucking, I think it's the 4th gen, what y'all niggas call it, the 4th gen Charger, and I think I don't really know. I want to say like the S, it's one of the S-Class features, but one of them are like the same chassis. E-Class, I would say. Probably like this. No, it's either the E-Class or the C-Class. I think it's the C-Class because it's sportier. But a lot of niggas would never know they're the same fucking car, just different manufacturers. So basically, what I mean by different manufacturers is like different body style, a different engine modification or some shit. Who knows? Peep, right? Now, if I pull up in a Dodge Charger, most niggas be like, okay, he got a Dodge Charger. If I pull up in a Benz, the simple minded nigga, the socialized minded, okay, he has his Benz. It's nice. He has a Charger. Oh, it's nice. But to me, I always think about the other outcomes. If I pull up in a Charger, you're most likely to get profiled as the stereotypes that most simple-minded people think about when they see Dodge Chargers. You think about rapper, drug dealer, scammer, you know, just mainly like a bunch of, just kind of like a lot of people that hooligan around. But if I pull up in a Benz, you think about, okay, he has money. You know, he could be potentially a scammer, but more likely you think more depending on how his appearance is as he get out the car. If he's clean and he gets out the Charger, you think, okay, he's most definitely a scammer, dope boy, or some type of shit. He sells some type of shit other than do something illegal, right? But if he's clean and he get out of Benz, you're like, okay, he does a lot of business. He may own his own business. He may work for a good job. He may do this and that. You just think differently upon what you have, right? What the hell is this sound? Oh, it's a plane. That plane flying fast as fuck. Okay. So basically, it's like, to me, it's like I just get more complex on my thinking. Remember this. With the sub-author in mind, it creates a filter on what it allows to come through. Basically, if it likes it, it's gonna let it through automatically. Kind of like a delusional mindset. That's what I would say females are like. I would say females are like the second mind, because they're low-key like they're delusional with their ways. You only accept what you like, and what you don't like, you just don't want to hear it. You don't even fucking give it a chance. Right? Because right here it says, information relevant to my stance, plan, or frame immediately cleared. But information not asked for or not relevant is tough to come through filter. Basically meaning, if the information is relevant to how the fuck they place their ways and their plans and what they do in their life and how they feel, like, if I want to be a bad bitch and I want to wear 30-inch I want to wear 30-inch weave like the rest of these bad bitches and get a BBL and this and that, and they're telling me all this shit on TikTok on how to get this shit right, I'm going to listen. And this shit is going to go straight through my system. It's going to clear like a motherfucker. But if I'm the same nigga that fuck with her the same way, right, and I just tell her, damn, baby, you don't even got to get a BBL. You could just go work out with me. Do a couple squats, do a couple leg workouts, and maybe you can get your body right. You're not even trying to hear that shit because that's not in your plan. That's not what you want to do to get your plan. Or, like, if I tell you, damn, instead of you getting, like, liposuction, you could just kind of work out. Just do fucking cardio and fucking weight training and eat protein and shit. Damn, you could really, like, slim the fuck down and you can really get right. But you don't want to hear that. It's not in your plan. So you're not going to think about that. You're going to stay kind of like closed-minded and stay the fuck away from it and avoid that shit. Crazy. Your filter only allows what it wants to. And then as you keep going now, I also have to have a filter is a flow, and it allows you new openings to come through, make change. But if the world changes, once a good frame will die, basically meaning to reset. Now, with that being said, the analogy I put was back when I was getting hoes. When I started getting bad bitches, I was in a phase. When I started getting bad bitches, when I started getting bad bitches and I could get a couple on the phone and shit, I was chatting it up. I was running it up. I started getting cocky with it. So I kind of got arrogant, and I wasn't sticking to the ways of how I first came in. I came in on the intention of learning how I could talk with females, how I can get better. But I got so cocky, I was just like, damn, okay, I don't need the new ways. You know what I'm saying? I became closed-minded. I was doing so well, I was like, fuck it. I don't care about the other ways that there could be to get there. I was trying new ways, but I was so cocky because this one way was working. I didn't care about the other ways. Once I started realizing, like, oh, I could just do it this one way and I could talk to them any way I wanted, and it was just so easy, I was like, fuck it, I don't need these other ways, right? But as soon as the rotation, you know how females have the seasons that come by. As soon as the seasons came by, when it was time to switch, I got fucked up bad. Why? Because my shit no longer worked no more. My way of talking to them, my way of communicating with them, it no longer worked because, like it says, if world changes, once good frame will die. It died. That nigga died back there. He fucking, you know what I'm saying? He died inside. I have to reset now. I have to figure out how the fuck I'm finna lock back in. You know what I'm saying? I've been thinking about this shit for a while. It's been a good minute. I get maybe like a I get like a booty offer like maybe every other month. Nigga, I went from having one every day last year. Last year I had one for like every other day to now I get one like every other month, and it's like damn, still get some. I mean, I appreciate it, but it's like basically it's just like if your mind is closed off, my nigga, you're really gonna have a hard time adjusting to the world changes. Cause if you can't fucking have an open mind, it's gonna be hard to fucking adapt to some new shit. Cause you're so fucking closed minded, like my parents in a way. Basically, so my second kind of like the first, you know what the first mind complexity, the most word I can relate it to is dogma. It's basically to do or form the environment as cannot be denied the truth. You don't know what the truth is, so you can't really deny it or don't know it. You know what I'm saying? The second one I put self-author in mind was like to question your reality, then make answers upon what you like versus reality. That's where a lot of people fuck up at, because they just, instead of trying to learn the real, they just kind of like become delusional, and just only proceed and through the checklist as what they like and don't do the rest of the shit. That's where a lot of people stand at, or most people stand at. But they say most stand at one, which not thinking is real, because a lot of people don't even know the ability of they don't even know the feeling of uncomfortability. I said the second one was basically like a here and there, what one knows, allowing different takes upon who. See, it's like this is the filter. I was talking about the filter. It says have like a then and there, what one knows, allowing them different takes upon who's right in life. Basically, it's like they only care about who's right in life for their fullness of their life, their wholeness of their life, their completeness, to be better than one or completer of another way, which is kind of fucking crazy, kind of goofy in a way. Then there's the highest level. The highest level is the transfer of mind, self-transfer of mind. This one says to be able to step back from the environment, then reflect on the limits of your life's beliefs. Then we see anyone's system is incomplete, or have the ability to see anyone's system is incomplete. Now, doesn't limit or choose what comes in the mind, no filter. It also embraces the challenge to thinking, basically like the what ifs. And it also to embrace the flaws. They embrace flaws to find how they're wrong, and not attracted to any way of thinking. Also, you align your mind with the ability not to confuse yourself with completeness, but with the different ways of life to perceive, not in just one way. Now, I know what I just said is a lot. I'm going to explain it to you. The third level of the mind, self-transfer mind, is basically it's the ability to step back from the environment you're in and be able to not only look at the limits of your life beliefs, or like how high you can relate to certain beliefs that you heard in your life, but also how you can, like, how high you believe in some truths in their life, but you also see how others are able to believe in the truth in their life. But also you also can see, because you know the reality of this world, because you see how the truth is and the real world works, you have the ability to see how others flaw, and where others flaw becomes at, because you also have seen where your flaws are at. You also have seen where you have failed in certain parts in life, but you're able to see how others have flawed in their life too, because of similar flaws, or maybe because they just don't know that they're doing something different and this and that. But in this mindset, what I will tell you is no one is right or no one is wrong. It's just everybody has a different choice of how they go at things, right? So basically what I kind of like summarize this one at is it has no filter, so it's not able to. This is actually, like he said it's the worst one. In a way I would say it's the worst one, but at the same time it's not, because it is bad because it has no filter, so everything has to come through. But it's kind of like you have basically you have like a weak filter system, and at the same time you're available to be able to you're available to hear everybody out, but at the same time you have to understand that there's just something that you're not really gonna perceive in. Like you're gonna hear about, but it's like you're just not really like you're just gonna be like, okay, hear about it. There is no right or wrong answer. You're just kind of like, okay, they perceive that way and you perceive this way. I would say, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with the way they think. And the way I kind of like put this is they also embrace the challenge of thinking like the what ifs. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I was when I started off flirting and learning the way my way with bitches. Like I was just kind of like, what if? Ooh, what if I say this to her? Ooh, what if I do this to her? Ooh, what if I did this to her? See how she act. What if I kind of put that pressure on her this way to see how she react? What if I did this? What if I did? It was just kind of like all about what ifs. Oh, she said she gay. Oh, what if I just tried this real quick to see if she, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. You know what I'm saying? I always was I'm still a what if nigga. I still always want to have like a what if in a situation. I always love what ifs because what ifs are like side quests. But what niggas don't realize is if you do a lot of side quests in real life, nigga, your main story can get way easier. That's what a lot of niggas miss. If you do side quests before you do main stories, most of the time the shit can get real easy. Or you can learn something that's gonna help you more in the main story. Shit. That's why he influences doing side quests, side missions, all that shit. The way I summarize it, I basically put it with like to question your reality upon knowing the truth, but also experimenting new ways to approach the way of life. So what I mean by that is basically what I said. So kind of you're like level 2, but you question your way of life through kind of everything you hear, but you're willing to experiment in new ways. The second one is just willing to experiment in that one way, and that one good way only. You know what I'm saying? And their best way is the way they filtered it out to be. Not they basically put all bonuses in their race, all fast speed perks in their race without giving a single reality check or like a single truth check. They didn't put no bad flaws. They basically have a utopia. You know, they live in a utopia versus how the third ones, they live in a world where they know there's flaws, but they understand sometimes your flaws have to be better than the other. I don't know what the fuck that was. It just kind of like flipped. None is right. Yeah, so basically I just put for this one, it's like you understand no one is right or wrong, but you understand everyone thinks different. I just put basically you understand no one is right or wrong, but you understand everyone thinks different. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the third level of mind complexity is like, okay, they just different. You know what I'm saying? Like, folks, everybody think differently. Ain't nobody right or wrong, but it's just a way of life. So it's like everybody got their own way of thinking. Some folks think simply. Some folks think the filtered route, where they think stuff is good and this and that. And then like you just kind of like nothing's right or wrong. Like it's not, bro. Like there's nothing like how I put it like. In life, like it's nothing right or wrong about if somebody gay or not. If somebody gay, they just gay. Like that's their type and that's what they do. There's nothing right or wrong to me about it. That's just what they prefer, choices of life. But it's like in like the second person mind as self-thought, like the self-authoring mind, they would be like, okay, like I say it's bad because you dating another man and that's gay. They would be like, that's their way of thinking, but it's like, to the third person, they're like, it don't really matter. Because in life, you gotta realize, ain't nobody right or wrong. Because if somebody was right or wrong, there would be one, you gotta think about it. Everybody had a way of thinking. If there was really a right or wrong way to everything, we would all be in a one systematic way of life. Everybody would be doing the same thing, the same way, having the same stuff. It would just be a whole line. You basically just give birth. Y'all all do the same thing. No one elevates. No one has evolution. It's just one way of everything. Like, that's literally how life will be. But because there's no right or no wrong, that's how we have these different theses and these different conclusions to everything. But yeah, that's basically it for today. That's mind complexity. Basically, it's just how you perceive life. Some perceive life complex more than others, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? The kid came from the club. Honestly, these last couple of days, nigga just been experimenting with life. Shout out my dog Kamario. He been bringing me out the house. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know a nigga like me is not used to going out to parties and shit. I would have been out there more. But I'm starting to realize that, you know, being uncomfortable is actually a gift. To figure out that you're uncomfortable and to know that you're uncomfortable is a gift. Because now you can capitalize on that shit. Like, oh, for example, like, okay, my whole family has had foreigns. My mama has had a foreign, my dad has had a foreign, my sister, everybody, like grandma, auntie, sister, all them. When I said I was going American, it felt weird at first. Well, it felt weird for me to drive my sister's car at first because everybody has had foreign, so it's like, oh, what the hell? But you know what I learned about my sister? My sister's actually she's a real strong person. She's been on that third-minded shit, and I love that I stayed along with her because as I stayed along with her, she's taught me, not through verbal communication, but through actions and like actions and theses and kind of like expectations of what to learn and what not to learn in life. She's taught me the way of a third-minded person. To like not even judge what's right or what's wrong, but just to understand everybody has their own way of thinking, and that's just what it is. But yeah, that's it for today. I'm gonna leave y'all on this note. Y'all have a good night. It's currently 11:55. I was gonna go to the gym, but honestly, I'm gonna just wait till tomorrow. I need to go get me a bottle. Gotta go get a bottle. And maybe some other shit, cause we are leaving out of town in a couple of months. You know what I mean? Wacky slush. But y'all supposed to be easy. Y'all supposed to be smooth, as I say. You know what I'm saying? The Gioku stay smooth. Y'all more smooth, calm, and confident through life, and y'all make sure you always got your head on the swivel. Always be willing to learn. Never be closed-minded. You did.